Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Man Cave and my new model Barmy channel. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to all my subscribers. I've reached the magic milestone of 2,000 subscribers now. I can't quite believe that I've got that many subscribers out there for my modest little modelling channel. So really I do appreciate you watching and the comments that I get. And it keeps me going. It's given me the inspiration to keep going with all these projects. So I just thought I'd mark this landmark with just a quick video on the diorama bases that I made for my three little recent armoured fighting vehicle builds: the FV 432-30, the FV 432, the model of the vehicle that I drove with tracks, and also the Fox swing fire conversion. So let's have a look at how we got on. Here's the three vehicles, and these three acrylic bases are actually acrylic wallboard swatches that I got from work, and I've just given them a coat of matte black paint, and they will form the basis of these diorama bases. In this shot I'm just using a piece of foam board pressed onto some grit in the bottom of that tub, just to emboss a texture, because this will form the road surface for the FV 432-30. And here we see how that effect turns out. So it makes it nicely pock-marked and just gives it a bit of interest. So that's going to be the road surface. So you'll see here that I've actually made three bases now from foam board. So on the left I've just built up different layers of foam board to create two banks either side of the vehicle. I've done a raised road bed on the central vehicle, which is the Fox, and on the right hand side we've got a plasticard pavement, the road surface I showed you being textured earlier, and then a couple of bits of foam board to build up a bank which I can put some grass on. This is a quick close-up of the base for the Berlin Brigade vehicle, just showing the plasticard and the foam board that I've built up. This is prior to priming, and here we see it primed with just a quick coat of rattle can grey. In this shot we can see the raised road bed. This is going to be for the Fox armoured car, and I've created that raised road bed with, as I say, foam board. And I've used here some ballast material, which I use on my model railways, some bird grit, which is like a much coarser kind of ballast, and also some sand, just to variate the ground cover and make it look like a sort of a gritted raised road bed with sand perhaps either side of it. Quick spray of black, because I like to use black as an undercoat if I'm going to do a sort of desert scene, because I think it casts some nice shadows in the recesses, so I don't go too heavy with the top coat of paint then. So generally it works as a good effect. I've used a similar base technique here on the other 432 base, but sprinkled the ballast a little bit more sparsely on this one. I want this to be a sort of summer dusty kind of mud that's dried out kind of look. So that was the basis for that, and then ready for priming. And there we go, primed in black for the same reasons that I've mentioned previously for the other base. So back to the Fox base. This is all painted now. I've just used acrylics, so Vallejo Model Air from the airbrush, just in various different shades of greys and desert sands with a sort of brush over of white. So I think I'm probably happy with that. I'm not going to do any more to that particular base. Here's the Berlin Brigade 432 base with basic painting done. The brown bank will have some scatter grass on it, and I'm going to use some leaves to make it sort of look a bit autumnal. So I've just got to apply those and wash to the roads, or the road surface rather, and we're pretty much there on that one. And lastly, the other 432 base, which has now been given a sort of coat of muddy coloured paint. So this will just need now dry brushing with, I'll probably use a lighter shade of oils, might use some pigments on this one, and a little bit of scattering to show some grass poking up through the bits of mud. So we'll have a look at how these turned out then, shall we? Here's the finished What If Fox swing fire conversion, as it might have looked if it had been deployed to Desert Storm. And as you can see, it's sitting on top of its gravel roadbed, and I think that's turned out pretty well. I'm very happy with that one. Next, we've got the 43230 in the Berlin Brigade livery, sitting on the roadside. I tried to make sure it was sitting on the correct side of the road. I nearly glued it the wrong way around, being that it was in Berlin, of course, not in the UK. And as you can see there, I've applied the leaves and the grass scatter, and yeah, happy with this one as well. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm happy with that. And finally, the 432 that I drove with the Trax driving experience, which is local to me, just up the road. And here we've used a little bit of scatter to put some grass poking up through the mud, a couple of bushes, and hopefully it kind of looks about right for a summer setting. So dried out mud, which goes with the sort of dusty look that I've been able to achieve on the vehicle itself. So yeah, pleased with this one as well. And once again, thank you to all my 2,000 subscribers. I do really appreciate you taking the time to watch my stuff. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next project. All that remains for me to say now is I hope you've all had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you all have a very Happy New Year. So here's to lots of modelling in 2023, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers for now. Bye.